Hey everyone, Remy here, putting in this video called Super Secret Forms of Real Estate. So these forms aren't actually super secret. They're public knowledge, but they're often forgotten and never mentioned by the representatives when they're signing a listing agreement or a buyer representation agreement. In my honest opinion, it's not expressed because of because of fear. So people are afraid that you will action these forms and cancel the agreement. So the forms that I'm speaking of are these two forms. So cancellation of listing agreement and cancellation of buyer representation agreement. So these forms do exist when you enter into a contract for 4 months, 6 months. The contract can actually be canceled at any time. You're given a valid reason, and whether it's you don't believe your best interests are being protected, you don't like the service, anything really. And rather than the brokerage's name being dragged through the mud, most agents will go along with you and send over the forms to the brokerage, because when you sign an agreement, it's actually with the brokerage, not the representative himself or herself. It's with the actual brokerage. So these forms need to be signed by the broker of record, not just the agent to become legal. So there have been cases where agents refuse to send the form to their broker of record because they don't want to lose the listing, or they've put a lot of money into the listing or a lot of time into looking for homes. You can just basically call the broker of record direct, and they'll usually try to save face, cancel the agreement for you, just to save the company's name from being tarnished. So you do have to be careful when you're signing an agreement. There are holdover periods, and the length of time is negotiable. So if someone says, let's sign up for 6 months, you don't have to sign up for 6 months. You can do smaller portions, and you can just relist. So at the end of 3 months, you don't even have to relist. You can just extend the contract. So there's other forms, amendments that can be put in place just to extend the length of contract. So if you're not sure, if you don't know if you're going to want to keep the representative for a 6-month period, you can do a 3-month period, and at the end of 3 months, extend if you wish to, or relist with that same person, or you can cancel and relist with somebody else. When you cancel and relist with somebody else, whether it's buying or selling a home, there are holdover periods, and the length of the contract is in play for commissions payable. So you do have to be careful. Read the contracts in depth. Don't just browse over the holdover periods or the commission statements, because if, say, you're selling a home, anyone that was introduced to the home during the listing period, and if you cancel, the listing period is still in effect, and that's why keeping shorter listing periods is, in the consumer's best interest, in the client's best interest, than long contracts that hold the brokerage into a long contract for commission. So keep that in mind. These forms exist. You can cancel them at any time. Ask your representative for more information on them and to actually speak to you about it. If someone is fairly confident in their service and their skills, they shouldn't be afraid at all to speak to you about these forms. So always know that your contracts can be canceled at any time, but just read the fine print, read the holdover periods and the commission clauses, because there could potentially be, you could sell your home with another listing brokerage and you still owe the old listing brokerage commissions payable. So be careful. The time lapses, and your representative, depending on the situation, can explain to you if you fall within those time graphs. Okay, so until next time, I hope this helps a lot, and if you have any questions, ask your realtor, ask your rep, and take care until next time.